Hey guys, welcome back, and today I just wanted to talk about the Copics and what I think about them after using them, what they come with, how they blend, ink quality, and things like that. So first I wanted to talk about what the markers actually come with. So the Copic Sketch and the Copic Chow. I'm not really sure about the Copic Classic because I haven't used those yet, but these particular set of markers, the Copic Sketch, come with a brush nib, and they also come with a chisel nib. And personally, I don't really ever use the chisel nib, not really a fan, but I really love brush markers. The brush nib makes it a lot easier to blend the colors and makes it more smooth to transition. So that's that. So that's what the Copic nibs look like on the marker. And what I'd like to say about the smoothness and the quality of the ink is really amazing, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually, I'm pretty sure that's one reason why these Copic markers are so expensive and hard to replace, is because the quality of the color and the ink and how well they blend is very smooth. So I'm gonna show you guys how smoothly it can write. Zoom in on that. So the ink comes out on the paper very smooth. We should probably put a protective sheet underneath this, because if you use a certain type of paper and you put too many layers, it will bleed. But to be honest, I haven't found paper yet that won't bleed when I put layers, so I mean, that's not really a problem for me. I usually have to put a piece of paper underneath anyway. So like I was saying, the ink acts very smooth when it comes out on the marker. A lot of times with markers, the ink won't come out very smooth and it's kind of splotchy, but with these markers, I haven't really had that problem. So very smooth application. And let's talk about the colors. So the colors are very saturated, and in my art, I love really saturated colors. So let me show you guys a really saturated color. Let's go with pink, this purple, blue, and maybe a green, so I can show you that too. Start with the green. You can see the really bright color. Is G07. Blue. Super bright blue, I love this. That is B29. This is V09. And this is RV29. And these colors are really saturated colors. And I will show you how they blend in 1 minute as soon as I Okay. And now let me show you these swatches again. So in my last video, I showed you guys the swatch sheet I made for the set, and these right here that I'm covering up actually weren't a part of the 72 set. This was just Copics that I had bought one by one before I bought the set. So all of these are the colors though that come with the set. You can see how saturated they are, how smooth application they are, and also in this Copic set, that's why I really love Copic markers. They come with pastel colors. So here's pastel pink, orange, yellow. And other brands, not all other brands, but I've noticed a lot of the cheaper brands usually don't come with pastel colors. And the pastels are really important when you need like different lighter tones and things like that, and to make contrast. Alright, so now let's get into blending, and I will show you guys how smooth the blending process is and just how I blend. So some people will go from dark to light when they blend, but I like to go from light to dark. Yeah, light to dark, because it's like, I don't know, it's easier that way for me, so me personally. So I'm going to use BG15 and BG10 for this. It is Aqua and Cool Shadow. I'm going to show you how I do it. So I start with the lighter color. And put like a base tone down. Oh, also for this video, I am using my Be Creative marker pad. I really like this marker pad because it handles ink a lot easier in my opinion, and it also layers really well because a lot of marker paper really doesn't take layers, like multiple adding on layers and different strokes of marker, and it starts to bleed or it starts to tear up the paper or just push the ink around. So this marker pad actually will take layers of Copic ink and marker ink in general. So after I've laid down the base color, which is the lighter tone, then I go in with the darker blue or darker color, whatever it is that I'm blending, and I put that on the other side. And then once I've done that, I'll go back in with this lighter color again and just blend it. Keep going over color in between the lighter tone and the darker tone. It will blend. I like to use the brush side for this because side it will blend, but it's really hard to get a smooth gradient with the chisel. Here we go, just smooth transition. I'll show you the blending with another color too. This time I will show you how it blends with two different colors that aren't really the same. So I'll go with maybe a blue and a purple. Let's go with that. So I'm gonna go with this. They're kind of two different colors that aren't really alike, so Copics will actually blend. I've noticed some marker brands won't blend with colors that aren't similar to them, but for Copics, it will blend, but sometimes the color won't look as nice, but I mean, it still will blend. So gaps, because this one will be harder to blend because they're two different colors. You start going over the same spot with the lighter color. See how the purple will start to make like a darker blue tone as you go over it, and it will blend. And up here I did use, I think, R32 and a pink, which is RV04, yeah. Here we go. So you can see the blend. And now I will use another color. Let's try. Honestly, I haven't tried using two colors that are complete opposites yet. Let's see what that's like. Okay guys, so I tried to mix orange and green. That didn't work out, but to be honest, I wouldn't recommend blending those colors anyway in any medium because they don't usually turn out that good. It looks like a poopy green now. Yeah, so anyway, let's ignore that. And so like I was saying before, the blending when you use markers that have like a similar shade and similar tone like these, you can either choose a lighter tone and then choose a darker tone that's like almost the same color. You can choose maybe an orange and a red to mix together. I'll show you that actually. Here's the lighter orange you can go with. So the lighter color first. Lighter color and blend that out. See how smoothly the color will transition from the red into the orange. Yeah, what I would recommend is definitely using kind of similar tones, pinks and purples, blues and greens, orange and red, things like that. Or you can use a lighter tone, a darker or lighter tone of this exact same color. So yeah, so that's the blending, and now I really wanted to talk about the price of the marker, and first let's talk about the refills. So the thing about these markers is that they are actually refillable, which is great because you don't want to spend a lot of money and then have to just throw them away. So these markers come with refills, and the refills are about $8 to $10 per marker color. And yeah, that sounds a little crazy, but the thing about, I actually haven't purchased refills yet. I just kind of used to buy the same marker again whenever I got the chance, but what I did find out is that the refills will fill a marker more than once. So that's a pretty good deal for buying the marker once and just refilling it over and over again with the same refill. I'm not sure how many times, but when I do try that, I will make another video and show you guys. Yeah, so there's that, and now let's talk about the price of these markers. There are about 5 sets. There's A, B, C, D, E. Yes, about 5 sets, and there's A through E, and that's a good 300 and something markers. I only have 1 set, but the price is a little bit expensive. It starts off, usually 1 set is about $500. But don't freak out, you don't have to go spend $500 on these markers. And let me tell you a secret. So recently I found this website called Mercari. I'm pretty sure they've had commercials about that somewhere and it just slipped my mind, but I recently came up on it and I found a whole bunch of people that are for some reason selling Copic markers for significantly cheaper than in the stores. I have no idea why, but these that I bought here were brand new and they only cost me about 1/3 of the price of what Copic markers are normally sell for, and that's about $500, but I bought that for about 1/3 of the price. So yeah, so go to Mercari and they have a lot of, actually right now I've looked and they have a ton of different Copic marker sets that people are selling. One lady I saw in there selling Copic sets set at A through E, and yeah, she's selling for about $180, sometimes $200 and something dollars, and that's a great deal, to be honest. Even if it's some of the markers are a little dry, it's still a great deal because you can just refill them later. But I wouldn't buy completely empty markers. That's the only thing. So sometimes they'll say, oh, I used 2 markers out of the whole set. If they just use 2 markers and the rest are mostly filled, that's still a great deal. You can just refill the other ones later or just buy those separately at some point, the 2 that they used. And that's it, guys. And I'll put this swatch sheet here, show you guys one more time the colors. And next, in my next video about Copic markers or markers in general, I'll either make a video comparing Copics to other brush markers, because I have tried the Ohuhu, I've tried Cali Art, and I've tried Prismacolor brush markers, so I can show you guys the difference between Copics and those, or I can show you the paper, different types of paper I would use with markers, or I could show you the different pens, or I'll just make a video about all of that. But there will be a video focusing on one thing at a time because I don't want it to be super long. So that's it, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.